I am much obliged today to Dr. Nikhil asking me to come for this inaugural function of the doctor's appointment. It is not that there are few of the companies which are existing to take these appointments. They are basically maintained with connivance of the local hospitals. They are making the appointments and they are informing the doctors. But the problem comes in those appointments is, if I am not available for any reason or other, sometimes you get held up in the operating room. I give an appointment to the patient, yes, I do agree. But sometimes every surgery need not go on to the time. You get delayed. You might land up in complications. In those circumstances, if you have got somebody to inform the patient that the doctor is likely to be delayed, your appointment is delayed by 1 or 2 hours, like a railway or a aeroplane advertisements. This is what it basically likes to do it, having a separate company and the name of the doctor's appointment. Now, the first question comes, is it helpful to the doctor or to the consumer? Why I am using this word consumer is I don't want to call anybody as a patient, because today in India, the medical profession is no more called as a medical profession. If we call it as a profession, it becomes noble. That noble profession has become an industry today. Today, you see everywhere you go around, people call it as a medical industry. Once you have got an industry, you need some advertising. That's where it comes into the picture. The advertising is meant only for the doctor, or is it user-friendly as well? The consumer also requires. Suppose I enter into another city, I go to Bombay or anywhere. For some reason or other, I require somebody's help. I don't know which doctor is there. I can't get into a corporate hospital and start coughing up bills, which I may not afford. On the contrary, if I know all the profile of the doctors which are there on the net in one website, I can choose which specialty I require. In that specialty, how many are there? What is the profile of these people? So this profile has to be verified before it is put into the website. That is the job of the company who is putting it in the profile on the website, so that anybody who is looking at the profile is not misled. Once you choose profile, you know which one you want to go. You have got just a headache. You don't require a neurosurgeon to go into that, nor a neurophysician. What you require is basically a family physician. So depending on the symptomatology, the receptionist, whoever is picking up the call at the doctor's appointment, can guide you. Look here, you don't require somebody, you require only a family physician. You can just be directed to that person. You have got a trauma, you had an accident, you don't know where to go to. So most of the time I see most of the patients coming, I really don't know where to go to, that's why I went there, I am coming to you later. So these are my old patients who are talking about it. So in those circumstances, even if you are mobile, you know few of the profiles which you can walk into, or even if you don't know the doctor's number, even though you know the doctor, the number can be changed and you can ring him up and talk to him. So that's where the consumer also has an advantage to note of the emails or the phone numbers of the doctor's concerned. Most of the time I see, even when you go to any hospital, do you know the consultant's phone number? But virtually they don't give you. This is my practical experience, myself being a professor and as a department. Unless otherwise I say so, nobody would like to give it. The reason is twofold. It's not that they don't want to give you. I don't want to blame one person. Because once you start giving the personal phone numbers to everybody, so this man will never have any time to do anything else except answering the telephone calls. But even if you have got some emergency thing or anything you want to ask, you can ask, or even if you give a mail to him, you should be able to reply back in the mail. Even today, I get so many mails from all my patients whom I operated long, long back. Whichever country they are in, they keep sending mails to me and asking their opinion. So those sort of facilities can be extended to this patient clientele. So this is what I am coming back to the profession and a faith relationship. Bringing back the old faith relationship between the patient and the doctors, which is disappearing nowadays and becoming an industry. So we are not selling here a Flipkart or a Snapdeal or something. We are selling a faith here. That is what the intention of Nickel, I hope. This is what I was given to understand. This faith once comes back between a physician and a patient, the troubles in the medical industry gets down to nil. This is my frank opinion, and it should happen. Once it becomes the industry, then there is no relationship between you and me. You are somebody, you have come and you have gone. So that relationship, that's where the family physician comes into the pictures. Even in the West, family physician has to see anybody first. The immense faith even anybody has got in his own family doctor is much more than the faith he has got in the consultancies. This faith relationship he wants to establish by putting this website and giving a communication between the patient and the doctor. Am I right? So the same facility will be extended to the Android phones as well by giving a small application which can be fed into the Androids. In this direction, I wish Nikhil and this doctor appointment blessings of the Almighty do what they intend to do.